All right, now at 6 in the Michelle Traconis trial, her legal team is looking to suppress evidence. What this means ahead.
Plus, former UConn star Dennis DJ Hernandez due in court today. We're going to have the latest on that ahead.
Also, state leaders are pushing for stronger laws to protect infants from a deadly danger.
All local, all morning. This is Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
6 o'clock. Good morning. Thanks so much for being with us here at Fox 61. I'm Erica Arias.
And I'm Tim Lammers. A quick reminder, once again, we're coming to you on the CW20 while the World Cup coverage continues on Fox 61. We'll be here until 9 o'clock. All right, let's turn things over to meteorologist Matt Scott. As you can see, the sun's coming up. It was a beautiful moon out there.
Good morning. Doesn't matter what channel we're on. Fantastic weather out there today. A beautiful start to the day and that full sturgeon moon out there today. Top 10 Tuesday. I love today. For the summer, top 10 easily. Low humidity, high sunshine, rain on hold until the weekend. We'll talk about that coming out. Cloud and radar picture looking good across the board. Numbers 63 in Hartford, 64 New Haven, also in Groton. Our lucky 61 in Chester. Many of you in the 50s, all of you in the 50s when you factor in the moisture content. Look at that dew point in Torrington. 51. Feels good. Forecast details for today, a little cooler than yesterday because we had that second surge of dry air move in last night with the clouds. Look at this, high temperatures only in the upper 70s. It's like an early taste of fall. Coming up, we'll talk about where the numbers are headed, when the humidity's coming back, and how it all plays into the weekend, because that's what we're working for. 6:02. Symphony Privet, good morning to you. You got to look at traffic.
Yes, this is a good morning to ride with the windows down, pop that sunroof open if you have one. Across the state, we are accident-free so far on this Tuesday morning, but I do want to tell you about a construction zone out in Waterbury. I-84 eastbound exits 18 and between 18 and 22 are closed this morning because of construction. That's expected to wrap up in the next 30 minutes or so. Otherwise, taking a quick look at the Hartford drive times this morning. Smooth sailing on 91 South, 84 East this morning as we take a live look here in the capital city. Gorgeous start to the day. I'll have another update for you in about 30 minutes.
Symphony, thank you. All right, we have new developments this morning in the court case of Michelle Traconis, the woman charged in the death and disappearance of Jennifer Dulos.
Traconis' attorney recently filed a motion calling for evidence collected by police to be suppressed in an upcoming trial. Fox 61's Angelo Bavaro is here in the studio with more details. Angelo, good morning.
Erica, Tim, good morning. In that motion, Traconis' lawyer, John Schoenhorn, calls the evidence, quote, illegally seized property from her home. And he's calling for it to be suppressed and returned. Now, Traconis has pleaded not guilty to conspiracy to commit murder, tampering with evidence, and hindering prosecution. She was dating Fotis Dulos at the time of his estranged wife's disappearance. That was in May of 2019. Fotis Dulos died by suicide in January of 2020 while facing murder and other charges. Now, this recently filed motion argues that the warrant that led to evidence being collected by police at her Jefferson Crossing home in Farmington, where Jennifer used to live, failed to establish probable cause. And that motion also argues the warrant was overreaching and allowed police to seize basically everything in the house, and that it was derived from what the defense calls illegally obtained cell phone data. Now, on top of this motion, Traconis is also requesting that her upcoming trial be moved to Hartford. She argues that years of, quote, inflammatory press coverage means an objective jury cannot be seated in Stamford, where that trial is now scheduled. Tim, Erica, I will send things back to you.
Angela, thanks for the update there. All right. Well, today, former UConn star DJ Hernandez is scheduled to appear in court. Police say he was planning shootings at multiple universities.
It's just the latest legal problem for the brother of former NFL player Aaron Hernandez. Fox 61's Brooke Griffin joins us live at New Britain Superior Court with those details.
Well, DJ Hernandez has been arrested 4 different times just this year alone. Now, today he's facing charges for his latest arrest, and those charges include breach of peace and making physical threats. Bristol police arrested Hernandez on July 18th after they say he made mass shooting threats. Investigators say he planned attacks at UConn, where he played football, and Brown University, where he once worked as a coach. When police went to arrest Hernandez, they say that he threatened those officers. He told officers he was armed and he would shoot any cop who came near him. You can see in this body cam video, police make a tactical decision as Hernandez ignores orders and continues to walk towards officers. Police say they later found out that he was not in fact armed. Earlier this year, police arrested Hernandez for allegedly throwing a brick at the ESPN campus in Bristol, reckless driving, and leading officers on a chase. Experts say Hernandez has put police in a tricky situation.
He's acting very irrationally, he's emotionally disturbed, and consequently the police have to deal with this as dealing with an emotionally disturbed person who is potentially armed.
And Hernandez is currently being held on a $250,000 bond ahead of that court appearance later this morning. Experts say that mental health will likely play a large factor in this case. Live in New Britain, Brooke Ruffin, Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
All right, Brooke, thank you. It is 6:06 in other news. Former state lawmaker Michael DeMassa won't be going to prison just yet. A former judge said his sentence won't start until September 7th. Officials said DeMassa requested a delay because his wife is pregnant and he wants to be there in case she goes into labor or has a complication. DeMassa stole over $1 million in COVID relief money for West Haven.
And we have new details this morning about the Hartford child that died after falling out of a 3-story window earlier this month. DCF says that they had been monitoring the family involved in this case since April. And they also claim they visited just a month before the incident and the house was safe to live in. Police, on the other hand, say the opposite when they got to the scene July 22nd, where the apartment was noted to be kept in unhealthy conditions. Well, DCF released a statement saying, quote, "The department is conducting a joint investigation with the Hartford Police Department into this terrible tragedy. The child's siblings are safe and being provided supportive services to address the trauma that they have experienced." The 2-year-old boy's mother, Tabitha Frank, faces 10 charges of risk of injury to a child. A man from Cromwell arrested for allegedly mistreating an elderly person is set to face a judge today. Stephen Donnan was arrested yesterday. Cromwell police say that they were performing a welfare check on a person living with Donnan after they missed multiple medical appointments. And when they got to the scene, officers found that person living in, quote, deplorable and unsanitary conditions. Cromwell PD also say that the victim had not moved from a chair in 2 weeks and had not eaten for several days. That victim is in the hospital for treatment right now. Donnan's relationship to the elderly victim is still unclear at this time. The FIFA Women's World Cup continues on Fox 61, and for Team USA, it's on to the knockout round.
Yeah, they didn't exactly earn their way in with a bang, but with yet another draw. But good enough. It was a scoreless draw against Portugal this morning, coming off another draw against the Netherlands in their previous game. So that's 1 win and 2 draws in the group stage, which is now wrapped up. The Netherlands won the group. Team USA came in second. They both advanced to the knockout round, which means the dream for a 3rd straight World Cup for the U.S. is still alive.